create. So I have some beef chunks, and this one are the halal style of butchering. Halal, which is a very kind of religious approach that Muslims and maybe other religions might follow, where the cow or the bull or the lamb is butchered in a very humane way. The impurities and the blood is drained and impurities are taken out. And this actually made the beef taste a little bit different, but very nice, fresh, delicious. You can see the difference anyhow. So I had three beef chunks, and I'm going to make something interesting here. So let me show you. So I'm going to use some salt, relatively generous. Kosher. And I'm going to rub this salt in both sides, okay? Also going to use some black pepper, just a little bit. I don't go crazy here, just a little bit. And I'm going to repeat the process in both sides, okay? Extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to preheat this a little bit, this cast iron. It's about maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Not a lot, enough to cover the surface area. So it's preheated. Let me add the chunks. And I'm doing is just giving it some character. I'm going to sear it in both sides. Not really cooking it, just giving it a sear, okay? Maybe a couple minutes in one side, 2 or 3 minutes, then flip it, 2 or 3 minutes on the other, okay? If that. 2 or 3 minutes later, flip it, do the same on the other side. 2 or 3 minutes, okay? So I got them out. I have another here. One thing is that I had them at room temperature before I start cooking them, or giving character. So I had them at room temperature. When I put the salt, I let the salt on it for about 30 minutes, so it can go through a process of osmosis, which is absorbing the juices from the meat by the salt, and then 15 or so minutes later, 10 minutes later, it reverts back and sends those juices back, in that process. So that's what I did, and now I'm cooking it here. Just kind of giving it character for a couple minutes on each side. So I have here my pot, some sort of cast iron, Dutch oven, you can use too. So I'm going to use a little bit of the same oil I used before. So transferring those juices from the beef, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about half an onion. You can use a full onion. I want we have yellow onion. And notice how I cut it. I cut it in, like the long slice, horizontal. And I'm going to add them here. What I'm going to do, medium high, going to saute this baby, okay? Go very quickly. Let me add a little bit more oil, extra virgin, just a little bit. Turn it, look at this baby. At least a tablespoon of turmeric, maybe a tablespoon and a half, maybe even 2. Put on top of the onion, mix that baby up. Give it some character, okay? Give it some character. Tomato paste. This is about maybe a tablespoon. It is a tablespoon actually. Let me add it there. Mix that baby up, huh? Mix that baby up with the tomatoes. Oh, look at this baby. Look at this baby. Let's do this for about a minute or two, okay? Look at this baby. So I'm going to put some garlic. And this garlic I chop. It's about 4 or 5 teeth. Just add that baby there, okay? And mix things up because you don't want it to burn. So you want to move this around a little bit so it doesn't burn, okay? Just for a few seconds. Let me add some beef stock. You can use water too, but I'm going with the beef stock. Let's start with about 3, maybe 4 cups, okay? Yep. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add these babies. Some potatoes and carrots, so that means I'm going to need more water or stock, okay? Let me get more. So I added about 6, maybe 7 cups of the stock. You can use water. I have a grated tomato that I'm going to add now too on top. And I'm going to let this go without adding anything else for about 30 minutes, okay? And I'm going to cover it, so let it go for 30 minutes, a couple notches above medium. So it's been about 30 minutes. Now, if I would have my chickpeas, the dry ones that you put water overnight and then drain the water, you know, I would have add them now. But because I'm using can this time around, I'm not going to add them now. You know, like 30 minutes later, I would have add the chickpeas if they were the dry variety that was on water overnight. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you see here, a couple notches below medium for now. And I'm going to add about 3 or 4 white potatoes, peel and everything. And I have about 2 or 3 carrots cut, you know. And that's what I'm going to add now at this moment. I'm going to add these babies now. And I'm going to let it go for another 30 minutes before I add anything else. Let's let it go for another 30 minutes first, okay? Just 30 minutes in intervals. 30 minutes later, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the chickpeas. And I'm going to cook this for another 30, maybe 40 minutes, okay? Medium heat, maybe a couple doses below medium. Let me cover it again. But before I cover it, now that I added the chickpeas, let me add some dry lime. Give me some Persian touch. I like the dry limes. Give it a nice touch. Some sort of Persian touch. It's at about, we'll have 6, 7. Let me mix things up. That's going to give it a delicious, tingy, nice flavor, these dry limes. And about this in an Arab store or market, you can order them too. So I'm putting some dry limes. Now I'm going to cover and let it go for the 40 minutes, as I said earlier. So it's been 40 minutes. Let's move things around. Oh, that's nice. So let's put this couple notches above low or medium low. Same thing. So what I'm going to do, I got some cinnamon, tablespoon, some cumin, a teaspoon, and I'm going to get some saffron. This one is actually Persian. Or you can put any. Just squashing it. Let me mix things up. Let me give this a taste. Tastes pretty good actually. But you can add a little bit of salt if you want to, okay? I also have some thyme. Fresh thyme. I'm going to add a few strings to give it some aromatics. You can add a little bit of salt if you want to, depending if it's good to your taste. Mix things up. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let it go for another 10, 15 minutes, okay? Maybe 20 minutes at the most. Let's make it 20. "20 minutes later, look at this beauty. Everything is soft. Potatoes, carrots. Oh, look at the Shanks. You see the potatoes and the carrots, very soft. Look at this nice looking chickpeas. You can use rice at the bottom, bread, whatever. I went with couscous, kind of keeping it nutritious, you know. But look at this meat, how soft,